Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to talk about the MAFEX Age of Apocalypse Magneto. I originally was not going to review this. I love the figure, but it's hard to find some time. But yeah, I ended up really enjoying this, and it's one of those things where I thought it'd be pretty obvious that if I didn't review this, everyone would kind of know what they're getting into. But I realized people just want to see me take cool footage, like cool photos. So I'm okay with that. I was really hoping I would find more time. But the more I got to play with this, the more I realized the slight differences in this actually make this a really nice standout figure. The only problem is it's been released and delayed so much, which MAFEX is known for at this point, is that we have now the Marvel Legends to compete with it as well. Unfortunately, I'm not one of those people who got it early, but you can check out E Rivera 94's video, MCU Collector 24, and someone else had it, I can't remember. But those two guys I know for sure. But there was somebody else. Wow, who? There was somebody else. But if I remember it, I'm gonna try to put a link. I'm gonna try to also put a link to their reviews as well. And it's really cool because you can like see the differences obviously in our review styles, but more importantly, you can gather more information on what it is that you want. Now, with this guy, I think he absolutely looks phenomenal. And it's one of those things where if you know how to convert and customize your toys, great example, swapping out a red cape for a purple one, chopping off the extra long Apocalypse, the Apocalypse era styled hair, you can get a nice classic Magneto out of this guy because costume-wise, everything kind of still remains the same. So let's focus on what is actually different and then and work from there. So we have our helmet, which is really cool because the thing about the helmet is on this Magneto, and he comes with this like gritting teeth face automatically. I really wish it had a more neutral face, but you know, that's just not what's gonna happen. But he has his grit teeth face, and we have our little V horn as if he was a Gundam. And that's added to the front of the helmet, as well as the backside having these two pieces, which are different. You know what I mean? We have our red cape as well too. And the red cape is actually really nice. I wish it was a little bit better, like wide all the way through, but it does have a magnificent flow. When you back this guy up and you tuck the cape behind, you actually get a really nice flare for theatrics, which, trust me, Magneto is one of the kings of that shit. Like, he's one of those dudes where no matter what, this guy knows how to make an entrance. It's always well timed, it's always well done. And like I said, I just really wish it was kind of done all the way around. You would get a better flow. As you can see, it begins to droop down at some point. I really wish it was wide all the way through. But again, theatrics, man, theatrics. Body-wise, we lose a bit of articulation because of our really thick ponytail back here. Or should I say long hair, because it's not a ponytail. But his long hair kills all articulation going to look up. So he'll pretty much be looking down on his opponents most of the time. And my ponytails constantly cross over as if they were Allen Iverson. But these are soft and malleable, so you can move them around. But you can still tilt side to side as well, too. As far as the rest of the body, it is very similar to Cyclops's and Wolverine's body. They definitely went with the universal comic book style body, as you can see here. And that's nothing to be ashamed at because this body actually works really, really well. I know Superman has it, Batman has it, Cyclops has it. There are all minor differences in them that kind of shape them differently. But let's be honest, a lot of guys were drawn the same up until a certain point in Marvel with the house style. And considering Jim Lee drew Batman and did do some covers for Age of Apocalypse and 90s Marvel in general, this body style seems to fit the overall look of it. And I think that's kind of where they're going. I think MAFEX is like, hey, secretly, we're just doing anything Jim Lee involved and it'll work out in our favor. Because if you want to do like Mark Silvestri style, you want to do Adam and Andy Kubert style, everybody kind of drew house style back then. So it kind of worked out. So articulation wise, we can lift our arms up with no problem as we can hit that T pose. Our articulation in the chest area and the upper torso rotates all the way around with no problem. We can actually rotate our arm joint with no problem either. We are double jointed, as we can see here. We have a visible bicep swivel. And it seems like all my joints are having just a great time moving around. Look at that deep cut. Like, that's serious. Our belt flows up just a little bit, but you can just move that down as you see fit. We have a lower ab articulation. Our legs do the drop down method. We have a double jointed legs. We have a thigh swivel. It's not crazy, but you know, it's there. And we have super generous ankle pivot as if it were a Marvel legend. So getting flat feet shouldn't be a problem for him. But as you can see here, look, if you wanted to drew your Magneto doing some cool Magneto flight pose or some elegant flight pose, it's definitely not a problem for this guy. It's one of those things where simple really works out for this, like, for real. But yeah, let's talk about the accessories that he comes with, because this is where it gets really, really fun. You don't get a lot, but you get something that's very nice. So you will get an empty helmet in case you want to do your floating head because you're the master of magnetism. Clearly that's what works for him. You will get an unmasked sculpt, and I think this looks phenomenal. This looks exactly like a comic book counterpart. And I believe Perfect Studio sculpted this. He's been doing an excellent job of just nailing these sculpts for the comic book stuff. Literally, it's just like him with no helmet on. Obviously, you can't put it on, but if you like shave this down, you get an extra one and you want to just pop that on, I don't see any issue with this like being a perfect sculpt, right? Then you have your silhouettes helmet shot. I think this works really well for really good low photography or just trying to hit that mysterious look. I think this is dope. Then as far as our other stuff, we get hands. So we will get some nice open hands. I really like that they added these. These are A1. I was about to curse. These are truly A1. We get our floating master of magnetism hands. You know, commanding the things to whoosh away, come to you, just looking really cool for a cover. We'll get another set of hands. They are nothing to like grab with these hands, but you do get a lot of nice sets of hands. All that kind of mimic that action. But I think these are like my favorite ones. The magnetism hands, like showing his use of power. These are probably one of my favorites. And MAFEX has done a great job of just adding these sort of unique effects. Me, Pharaoh, and Kato talk about this a lot, that MAFEX is probably making some of the best comic book stuff out. And it's not a game. They really nail that good comic book feel. Even the plastic is starting to feel a whole lot better. And it's one of those things where we talk about a lot. And, you know, I'm really glad I didn't give up on them when I thought I was going to. Because they're making A1 stuff now. Just kind of wanted to fix that, make it look a little bit better. But yeah, that's what you get in terms of accessories. Now, we're gonna take a second. We're gonna jump into the size comparisons, give you guys a little bit of break, and see you guys in a second. All right, time for the size comparison. Why not test out a bunch of Magnetos we have? So let's do the Marvel Legends, and let's do the Medicom one, compare it up to the MAFEX. So here we are with the Marvel Legends Magneto, which actually is a little bit shorter than our MAFEX one, which I didn't expect. I'm just testing as I go along. Grabbed my white suit Magneto because I had him on display for this month. So here we are with our Medicom Magneto. And wow, it looks like the MAFEX one is actually the tallest one here. Did not expect that whatsoever. It's actually pretty cool. And then, oh, one of my cats is trying to enter the room, being a jerk. But yeah, so let's take these guys away. Let's test out some other stuff. First thing we can do is, let's do MAFEX Cyclops, right? And then do a MAFEX Wolverine. So here we are with these two guys. Wolverine's obviously shorter. We even have a shorter Cyclops. So that's pretty cool. So Magneto is indeed a tall dude. I like where this is going. Different heights. We can test out some Marvel Legends, see how it looks. I don't really have a bunch of Age of Apocalypse stuff, especially not the newer stuff. But I do have Sunfire. I do have Blink. Who, there we go. Let's sit those legs right. Right, and I have Dark Beast and Apocalypse. Now, Dark Beast is gonna take up some space, so I'm gonna move Sunfire over here. Dark Beast is obviously a big dude. I actually like the way these two look. Let's remove these guys. Next up, I have Apocalypse. I figure it's only right? So here we are with the Marvel Legends Apocalypse, which honestly, I really, really like. I need to get a cape made for him though, at this point. Looking real good there, buddy. Let's remove him, and then let's compare some stuff that we don't necessarily have in stock. So here we are with a Lightning Collection Red Ranger. We got that red on red goodness. Yep. We have SH Figuarts Kamen Rider Kuga. It's Team Red. In Marvel vs. Capcom 2 days, I would just pick a team based off color until I actually got good at the game. So here we are with Team Red, right? Next up, we have an Articulated Icons Ninja. And then we have a Mythic Legions Lord Dragoon, which I've modified. He looks, you know, and he's actually a big boy. So let's stand him up because Magneto actually stands at a pretty good height with him. So let's compare the two. And as you can see here, Dragoon, Magneto actually stands up with Mythic Legions in a pretty good height. And then Ichigo entered the room, so that's why, you know, he was trying to creep in, but it wasn't really working out in his favor. Not at all. And I think that about sums up just about everybody that I have that I can compare to. But in case you want to see something else, here's a different kind of Mezco. Here's Mezco Me, right? Looking pretty decent next to him, right? A little bit taller. And then we can try Mythic Legions 2.0 body. And the reason why I say that is because in case you want to swap it around and do like, for whatever reason, you mix and match pieces, here you go. All right, guys, that about sums it up. I think that's it for today. I hope that you guys truly enjoyed. I'm gonna go play with my cats and hang out because obviously they're feeling really needy right now. In the meantime, please, as always, take care of yourself, take care of others. Be good, do good. Drink your water, guys. Later.